Hey everybody, Matumbo here. Welcome back to the channel, and today we are playing some more historic here on Magic Arena, and I feel like we kind of are going to hit the nail on the head on this one. I really feel like this deck is going to perform really well. We played a version of this a long time ago, and we did really well with it. There's a lot of really good synergies in this deck, but now with the introduction of Kaladesh and all of the other different remastered sets, I feel like this is going to be exactly what we need it to be. So real quick though, before we hop into today's deck, as always, real quick, if you enjoy the video and the channel, please hit that subscribe button, the like button, check out all the cool links down in the description below, whether it be the Discord, the Patreon, or the Twitch link. And then just let us know down in the comments what you want to see in a future video and what Kaladesh brews you're working on, and we'll do our best to make that video for you. So with that being said, let's hop right into today's deck, and we are playing Torrential Epiphany. So again, this deck, we get to work with one of the most broken cards, I feel like, in Kaladesh Remastered, and that is Torrential Gearhulk. So Torrential Gearhulk is a 6-mana 5/6 with Flash. Whenever it enters the battlefield, you can cast an instant from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. And then if you do cast it, it gets exiled. But if you really think about that, you're paying 6 mana for a giant creature with Flash, so the ability to block something that's attacking as soon as you play it. But then you're able to cast an instant that costs any amount of mana for free. So that is kind of busted if you really think about it. So what can we do with that? Well, we're going to be playing Sublime Epiphany. So Sublime Epiphany is a very expensive counterspell, essentially, but it has 5 different modes. So it's a 6-mana spell. It says counter target spell, counter target activated or triggered ability, return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand, create a token that's a copy of target creature you control, and target player draws a card. So think about this. So let's say one turn we've cast Sublime Epiphany, and maybe we've countered a spell, bounced a creature, and then drew a card. So we have that sitting in our graveyard. Then the following turn, they go to cast something else, and then in response, we cast Torrential Gearhulk. Torrential Gearhulk comes into play. We say, okay, we're going to cast Sublime Epiphany from our hand, or from our graveyard for free. So then at that point, what happens is, then we get to counter whatever spell they're casting, or maybe if they're not even casting a spell, maybe they're activating an ability, such as like a Planeswalker, or tapping, a creature that has an ability or an artifact or something like that. Then we can return something that maybe is a threat that is hard for us to deal with, or maybe we don't want them using it this turn, or maybe it's just going to stumble them. So we can bounce something as well. And then we get to create a token that's a copy of target creature, which in this case, we could just copy the Torrential Gearhulk itself, and then we get to draw a card. And then when the copy of the Gearhulk comes into play, then we get to potentially cast a different instant from our graveyard on top of that. So we're going to get a lot of value off of just one of each of these cards. Whenever we cast the Epiphany off the Gearhulk the first time, this is going to get exiled. So whenever we get the token copy of the Gearhulk, we can't cast the same Epiphany because that would be really dumb. But if we have another one in the graveyard, we can do that again, and then we get to cast another instant. But that's what we're just playing, a ton of different instants. And obviously when you're playing Gearhulk, you want to be playing counter spells. So we are playing 4 copies of Disallow. We are playing 2 copies of Tail's End. Both of these are essentially the same thing, except for Tail's End is obviously just for legendary spells when we counter spells, but it does counter activated and triggered abilities. So does Disallow, but for 1 more blue mana, we can counter any spell. So that is something that we can be, casting for free with the Torrential Gearhulk. We can also use Solundi Vision. This also doubles as a land, but we can look at the top 6 cards for an instant. Pretty powerful. We have a couple copy of Hieroglyphic Illuminations. This is really good because at the end of the turn, maybe we don't have enough mana to cast this. In addition to whatever we did the following turn, maybe we only had 5 mana, and then we used 4 to play a Frilled Mystic, which is a creature that counters a spell. So maybe we have 1 mana left, we cycle this, and then on the following turn we have 6 land, and we can play Gearhulk, cast Illumination for free because of Gearhulk's ability. Pretty busted. So we are also playing 4 Explorers, 4 Growth Spirals, because we do want to be ramping out lands, because we do want to get to 6 mana as quickly as possible. Notably, Growth Spiral is also an instant, so we can cast that off of a Gearhulk trigger again. And then we also, this is a card that I'm really curious about if this is going to work or not. A couple copies of Pulse of Murasa. So this 3-mana instant says return target creature or land card from a graveyard to its owner's hand, and you gain 6 life. So I feel like we needed a way to gain life, but we also needed a way to generate value, not just gaining life. I don't feel like gaining life in a deck like this is super valuable, because it's really just, we're really just time walking ourselves for our opponents to deal more damage. So we really need to gain value. So what we're going to be doing with this is we're going to be bringing back Frilled Mystics, potentially, you know, because Frilled Mystic is low on toughness. It's only a 2 toughness, so it can get shocked, and it does die to a lot of creatures really easy. But maybe we use this Frilled Mystic to counter something, and then at the end of their turn, we Pulse of Murasa, or in response to something they play, we Pulse of Murasa, get back Frilled Mystic, then counter whatever they just played. Really good. Or maybe we Pulse Murasa, get back a Gearhulk, and then play the Gearhulk, and then, you know, get another Pulse Murasa, or, you know, do the Sublime Epiphany combo. There's just a lot of good synergies in here. To round this out, we are playing 2 copies of River's Rebuke. I know this isn't an instant, but it is a really powerful sorcery. It says return all non-land permanents target player controls to their owner's hand. So maybe we're playing against a deck that just is trying to go wide, and we can bounce all their stuff and just put them off of tempo, and then we can kill them that way, really just by playing the long grindy game. And then we do have 2 copies of Ugin, and I know this is due to the graphical glitch and the layering issue. They haven't, you know, Wizards is really bad about figuring out how to program, you know, do their programming, and for whatever problem, it's really hard to put a 2 on top of a card, especially when they've been able to show us that they can do it over here. But, you know, I guess dragons scare off numbers on top of them. So but yeah, so we have 2 copies of this, and then we have 25 lands. So notably, we do have 25 lands because, again, we want to make sure we're hitting our land drops. We are playing a lot of ramp, and we also have these 2 copies of Selendi Visions, again, because they can be played as a land. So overall, we do technically have the ability to have 27 lands in play. So, and it is cool, though. They did add the fast lands from Kaladesh, and we do happen to have the Simic color one available, so we are going to do that. So let's hop into the gameplay and see if Torrential Epiphany can actually just grind our opponents out and take them down. So see you guys at the wrap up. All right, well, Torrential Gearhulk, card that a lot of people don't want to see. We're gonna see if that's true. Holy bad hand, Batman. Holy bad hand. Let's see what happens, right? Ooh, colorless. I already don't like this. I like it a little bit better. Okay, we're gonna keep an island. Island will let us have a counterspell on turn 3. Here comes a Mind Stone, yep. It was either a Mind Stone or a Guardian Idol, so. I mean, I like Gearhulk, but I'd rather just make sure we hit this 6th land. Ooh, Scavenger Grounds. That might put a little damper on things. Karn. What you gonna do? Ooh, I like it. I don't like it, Karn. Yeah. Immediate. Go get you another one, I'm sure. I wouldn't imagine that they play 2 of those in their sideboard. Holy. Planar Bridge. Planar Bridge, what is this? Put it onto the battlefield. Just put it right onto the battlefield. Well, a land there would have been pretty amazing. Six. Grand Temporal Gateway. Did not expect the Thran Temporal Gateway, I can tell you that much. I can tell you that much. We are definitely going to take action. Oh, they had another one.
You will not threaten this world.
Well, all right, so they're gonna put this into play. This is kind of tricky. We counter it, then they just play it. We do this. So we're gonna do this to get a disallow down. They can still cast the Paradox Engine. That's the problem. Oh, Forsaken Monument. So we just have to survive this one turn. So we have to figure out how to navigate around this, right? We don't care about anything other than these two cards. So I wish we had a land, right? Wish we had one more land in our hand. What do we do here? So if we counter this, then they play... Yep. We're just gonna let it happen. You do you. All right, well. Target a non-land permanent. Definitely this. Target a creature we control. Target a player. We're countering the Planar Bridge's ability. Yep. That's all we want to do. Hold on. Yeah, that's right. Sorry, I got a little bit of my head, a little ahead of myself there. They have 5 mana. They can play 1 spell, and then that's it. Whew. Man, so many counter interactions there. Really, obviously won us the game. But yeah, good game, my friend. All right, well after that sweet first game, definitely have to hydrate. So let's get this going. Let's get our opponent. Come on, opponent. Don't be intimidated by our hydration. You too can be well hydrated. Ooh, what an opponent too. Samurai Jack. Samurai Jack. This is a hand. This is a hand, alright. Opponent gets to go first. I'm definitely worried about them going first. I think we... God, this is one of those hands, right? Just one of the... We're going to keep. We'll start off with this Hinterland Harbor. Unless we draw a basic. Or a shock. Are they playing colorless? Anytime I see Karn sleeves, I always imagine they're just playing colorless. Again, some people do like to theme their sleeves out with their deck. Oh no, mono. No, goblins. Because goblins, right? Because why not? Come on, Lotus. I need your powers. Oh, this is gonna be one of those draws. Matron? Okay, so they just wanted a free attack. What? Wait, what? What? What is happening? I don't understand. What is this deck? Oh, this is amazing. Like, I am all for this right now. Huh. Okay. Does this have lifelink? No. Need some lands. I think we have to play this. Just hope. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. Make us discard. Come on. Just gonna get beat down by these random cards. I mean, we gotta do what we gotta do, right? Well, all right, we are at 2. Let's just go ahead and counter this goblin. We need to draw land. That's just what it comes down to. An untapped land. Oh, we drew an untapped land. Holy smokes. Yep. We are going to gain some life. And you can have this Skirk Prospector again. Okay. Ooh, this is an interesting game. This is a close game. Skark Pro. Oh. Another bone picker. Don't know if we can survive another bone picker. Maybe we can. Bounce. Alright, so we are going to draw a card, create another time, bounce. Oh, we're gonna do it again. We do get to swing past the blockers. I think we're just gonna cycle this Illumination, to be honest with you. Oh my gosh, what a crazy draw right there. What a crazy draw. We're just gonna swing in. And yeah. Wow. I can't believe we turned this around like this. Whew, we are at 9. We go down to 3. Yeah, we're gonna allow that. We're gonna allow this to hit. We're gonna counter the next thing that happens. That's fine. They still only have one blocker. Wow. That was a crazy game. Ooh. I was not sure that we were going to be able to navigate that one, but we did. Thank you, deck. Sorry, Samurai Jack, but that was a great game, nonetheless. That game was insane. Oh, Pulse of Murasa. What a great card to randomly put into our deck and it work out that way. Okay. Kind of iffy about it, but we needed a way to gain life for against these aggro decks. It definitely worked. Definitely worked. Alright, well, we get to go first. Yeah, we're going to keep this. You get to use potential turn 3 Frilled Mystic. Seems pretty good. See, these sleeves are cool. They have sound effects and animations. Not all of the... That's just super interactive. Ooh, okay. Alright, what are we gonna see here? Yeah, we're doing this in response, my friend. Oh. Forest. Forest or swamp, right? Yep. I feel like it's just always forest or swamp. Gruel, okay. So it could have been a mountain. Oh, we just playing energies. Teamer energies. Alright, what are we going to see? Puzzle Knot is good. Doing with either is good. We want to click next as fast as possible. We are just cosmetic dot deck against our opponent. You want to counter this? Could give him back a land. Not going to. Oh, we're just going to draw both of our Ugins. It's not where we want to be. If they don't go for anything this turn, we're just going to fire off this Gearhulk and cast a... Okay. Cast a Growth Spiral. And we put a clock down. Sure thing. Oof. There's a lot of... Actually a really good draw against her deck, since that card is legendary. Alright. Now we get to get back our Gearhulk. Seems pretty good. So they're gonna they could net 2 energy by sacking this. Because they spend 1 for the servant and then gain 3. Okay. Let's go ahead and get our friend the Gearhulk back, and let's go ahead and Growth Spiral. Again, this is not the matchup that we want to just slam down an Ugin because of the fact that they have a that's fine. These are artifacts. Yeah. I mean, we're gonna do the same thing. Okay. Down to 8. That means they can only make 2 Thopters, which is good. Oh, that's what we want. So we just want Gearhulk back in play, right? That's all we want. This is gonna be a grindy game, huh? Grindy game. I mean, I kind of want to take the River's Rebuke. No, just take a Disallow. Disallow is better. Yeah, so I'm almost willing just to slam down a Ugin if we get one more land at this point. Fire Prophecy. Yep. We're gonna let this happen. Sublime Epiphany, another one. We're still not in a hurry. We're still at 21. Malakut Awakening. I think I do want to counter this. Draw card, return, counter spell. Not bad. Again, we really just want a Gearhulk at this point. Yeah, I was about to say they should be attacking with the. You should be attacking with the conduit. Yeah. I still don't want to just slam this down. Maybe we should, though. Yeah, we'll just play around. -3. They have to have a land and an Ugin. And then if they just have a Marvel, it doesn't do anything because they only have 1 energy. We've really been playing this game like they had Marvel in their hand the whole time, so... And it doesn't look like they might not even be playing Marvel. But I think they probably are. They just didn't draw it because they are playing Ugin, because you do want to Marvel into an Ugin. But we were just playing that game like they had the Marvel and the whole time, and we're waiting for an opportunistic time to cast it. So, good game. I mean, 3 up, 3 down. Pretty good. Especially, God, still, I can't get over that second game. That was still really good. We're going to keep this. Do like me a turn 2 Growth Spiral. Do a Temple of Mystery. Seems pretty good. We need to hit some of our draws immediately. This is going to be a very quick game, if not. Of course you're going to light up the stage. Double Mountain. I think I'm fine with that. Oh. Grilled Mystic is probably a great draw here. To counter this. Oh yeah, seems good. They want to attack, we will block. That disallow is a great draw as well. Do we want to attack? No, we're going to hold it back. I'd rather not take 2. Seems really good. We need a land here. Land here is... I'm going to say the land is the best draw, but... Not taking any damage is really good. This red player just might concede. Well, that's unfortunate. So we give them a window. A window for something pretty nasty, I'm sure. Yep. Yeah. That's a lot of damage. A lot of damage. I just want to draw 2 lands in a row, to be 100% honest with you. There's one. This will get us to... Alright, so... Even if they shock our creature here, that's fine. That's fine. So we're still only taking 1. And now we get to slam down Ugin against mono red. Like, honestly, that should... That's 4, right? Yeah, -4. That says 4. All right. We have Gearhulk Epiphany backup. That's gonna get bolted. Yep. Ooh. Mono red, get out of here. Get out of here. Well, stacking them up, putting them down. Let's keep this streak alive. This deck is working out really well. Yeah, we're gonna keep this. I feel like this is red. Oh, it's not red. Okay. We are playing the same color. Oh, no, we're not. Alright, well, we need to draw some land here. I really want to know who they're going to mill. They're going to mill themselves? Oh, this is a Through the Breach deck. Not Through the Breach. Underworld Breach. Some kind of breach. The breachiest of breaches. You should name their deck. I'm losing my breaches. Right? Is that 2 emeries? No, just 1. No, there's 2 emeries. Well, not a huge fan of that Tormod Crypt. Not a huge fan of this draw either. They have all of their emeries. feel like they can probably win here, right? It's going to be close. They might need one more turn. Get a Mox back. Get to mill. Pretty good. They're gonna name Ugin. So next turn they can 1, 2, play Emery. Wait. What'd they name? Ugin? Yep. That's what we would have named. Well, I mean, we're just gonna make them recast stuff. That might even put them in a better position, right? I mean, I would have. All right, well, the good news is they only have one Emery, right? I don't even know if we care about countering the Emery. I think we just counter the Excavator. Oh, okay. So many cards we get to see. And an Uro. I mean, yeah, we're just going to take the damage here. I mean, we're just going to lose to all these artifacts.
I'm going to steal the Declaration of Independence.
Oh. Dodo 96 subbed randomly while we're playing. Okay. Thank you so much. Pretty funny, even though we have it turned off, it still plays the sound through it. Sure thing. Create a copy. Turn. Now we're going to go ahead and growth spiral. Maybe we hit a land here, right? We did not hit a land. Oh, River's Rebuke. So... I mean, we're just going to play it. -3. Hey, Jinx, what are you doing? I still think we lose. I think we just get breached out here, right? I wonder if they go after us, play the Spyglass down to potentially turn off the Ugin, and then leave it alone. They get to see our hand, so... They get to see the Rebuke, and see that they have to... Maybe they don't realize it. We don't care about the Tormod's Crypt anymore. Go after us. Who earns? I mean, again, I would just love to draw an untapped land. Untapped land lets us Rebuke with Frilled Mystic back up. But they need... Do they need an Emery to go off? What are they removing? Just all the irrelevant cards they don't need to cast anymore. Okay. They should cast the Tormod's Crypt. That should be a card that they look at casting. So if we bounce the Uro, they have to block with the... Wait, no, that's not right, because we're only be attacking with 2 of these. Alright. Here we go. Do it to it. I'm pretty sure they have to have an active Emery for their combo to work. But maybe not. This is just one of those really weird games. All right, here we go. Oh, Underworld Breach into freaking Thassa's Oracle and... Sure. I feel like it's a good sign that they're gonna try to mill us right now. Yeah, I don't know why they're targeting us with the mill. They have 5 mana available. Oh, wow. Whew. I guess we just definitely did things in the right order that game. Good game, Tammy. Good game. Well, we definitely are 5-0 somehow with this. But I think the last time we played a deck like this in Standard, maybe, we wrecked people anyway. Opponent goes first. We're gonna keep this. Interesting. Well, it's gonna be probably a race to this Ugin. All the lifelink, okay. Ooh, with white, okay. Sorin. Nobody likes you, Sorin. Like, for real, nobody likes you, Sorin. Alright, we're taking 4. We're at 15 already. We're going to take 5 into 6 into... Gotta counter that. So that might buy us a turn with this Pulse Murasa. We're gonna do this first. Come on, land. We just want to go land. Okay. That's actually not the worst. That resets the board, if we can hit a land. We're gonna be at 4 here. We are at 4. Oh no. Six. Oh, they actually did not. Okay. Yeah, so we can't go to 3. Sorin kills us at 3. Oh, Soren. Soren kills us here anyway. Yep, good game. Good game, Yara. Oh well, you got us, you got us. Vino Maester. Oh, Vino. Good game, good game. It is time. It's time for the final boss. Let's do it. Let's get a good game. Just get a really killer. There we go. There we go. Who's our opponent going to be? Mac Corms. We're going to keep. We can cycle this. Can we though now? No. Now we keep. Now we... It's also a land. So we're going to explore and play that as a land. Who needs basics? Ooh, and they did not have a play there. Okay. This is like a black control deck. I mean, if you're not going to do anything, the likelihood that we win is going to go, the percentage is going to go up. You just have like all removal, don't you? 100% removal. Maybe just fire this Gearhulk off. No, that'd be pretty dumb. I'm pretty curious as to... You know what? We're gonna fire Gearhulk off. We have a pulse in our hand. Do it to it. A Murderous Rider, maybe? So we are 100% fine with a Murderous Rider. Perfect. No, we'd rather just hit more land. So, counter it? Yeah, we're going to counter this. I really want to see what other removal they have in their hand. Okay. We're just going to sit back and... sure thing. We're going to get back a Frilled Mystic. I feel like this is exactly what our deck is trying to do. Obviously, Magic is a lot easier when your opponent is not interacting that much. I mean, you might have another one, but we're going to make you have it. Okay. Slow and steady wins the race, right? Slow and steady. I'm going to let that resolve. Destroy target creature or enchantment and opponent controls. You live equal tap. Okay. So I'm going to draw a card. I'm going to create a token. Yep. That's all we're doing. All right, this seems pretty good. Yep. Yep. Pretty good, pretty good. That was just gonna be bonkers. That was a crazy turn. So that was an interesting match for a final boss. Glad it happened. But Matt Corms, thank you so much for the game. Good game. Now let's head to the wrap up and talk about it. Oh, everybody. We did it. We went 6-1. We lost to a super aggressive deck on a bad draw, but it is worth noting that we did beat mono red. We did beat a red black, like very cheap creature hybrid deck that we thought was going to be goblins when they played a first turn Skirk Prospector, but then they turned that into a couple bone pickers and then a 2/2 vampire thing into a ghoul. And we had no idea what was happening, but we got really, really low, and we actually survived on the back of Pulse of Murasa a couple times. So I'm really happy that we just randomly decided to put that card in. It felt right when I was looking through all the different instants that we can cast off the Torrential Gearhulk. So I'm really, really stoked about that. You know, I was really happy with everything. Ugins were kind of a little funky. I do feel like they did help us, obviously, but I don't really think this deck needs Ugin. But it's nice to have Ugin as like a failsafe whenever a deck gets out there. We did get an Ugin out against mono red. That typically doesn't happen, especially when we're at a relatively high life total. River's Rebuke I think was really, really great. We got to see that multiple times. I really feel like against that Emery Underworld Breach deck, that those Rivers Rebukes actually helped prevent us from losing, because we were able to keep Emery off the board and keep Emery from being active. I mean, she kept hitting the board, but we prevented her really from doing anything. So that was really good. And then I mean, Torrential Gearhulk is just really, really good with Sublime Epiphany. It's good with Heroic Illumination, Disallows, Tail. I mean, any instant that you can manage to cast off a Gearhulk is 100% free value, and it should just start swinging the game, from them to your side of the board. So Gearhulk is here, and Disallow is here. Disallow is a great card, a far superior upgrade to Neutralize. This is a card that I got to play a lot with in Standard when it was legal. It was very frustrating to play against, Torrential Gearhulk Disallow decks. But, and we've had Neutralize in Arena pretty much forever. It does cycle, but the added abilities of just being able to counter abilities or triggered abilities is really, really powerful, and it's really just almost worth its weight in gold, just because of the fact that you really never know when you need to counter a planeswalker. And really think about it. You could potentially have your opponent sitting there building up a planeswalker to an ultimate. And let's just say, for example, they're going to ultimate a Nissa, and we've been dealing with their creatures, their creature lands, and then they have that 8th loyalty on it. They go to remove all of their loyalty abilities to activate Nissa, and then you just say nope, disallow, counter that activated ability, and now they just don't have a Nissa, and they got nothing out of it. So I know the likelihood of that actually happening is probably low, especially against a Nissa. But just think about it. I mean, there's just so many different situations. You saw us do different things with that artifact deck that we played against. We were able to counter activated abilities, whether it was with disallow or with the Sublime part that does the same thing. Again, this deck just has a lot of good synergies. I'm glad that we threw it together, and I'm glad it worked out like it did. So this is definitely a deck that I would recommend building. Again, I don't think you need the Ugins, but if you have them, you might as well play Ugin, because Ugin is dumb and he's around forever, probably until the end of time on Arena. So yeah. So if you enjoyed the deck and the video, please hit that subscribe button, that like button, the bell icon, share the video, check out all the cool links down in the description below, whether it's the Discord, the Patreon, or the Twitch link. Just anything you can do to help to grow the channel. Let me know down in the description below what you want to see in a future video, and we will do everything we can to help make that dream become a reality. So with that being said, please everybody stay safe. We will see you next time. Remember, this channel would not exist without such amazing viewers and subscribers. Thank you so much for interacting with the channel and helping grow the community. And a very big special thank you to the Patreons listed here for supporting the channel.